Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Episode 17. We got all kinds of new exciting stuff happening. I think next episode, and possibly this episode, we're going to rename the show. We got a whole bunch of changes in our life right now. So we're renaming our show. It's going to be the 27th hour. Pretty cool. Yeah. I love it. Episode 17. Dustin Raymond, what's up, bro? I got to get my sponsor, Ryan Rally. Sorry.
Go right ahead.
Ryan Rally Trucking. He's our sponsor, man. We're really happy to have him. All this help. I don't. You guys hear it all the time. The guy's incredible, man. He's been really good to us. Trucking company. They move everything, anything and everything, all over the country. Big trucks, little trucks. He just bought 2 more. He said, and he's looking for drivers. So
I think 3 more, actually.
3 more?
Mm-hmm.
God, yeah. Seriously, you guys got to look up his shit. His tractors are so cool. He's a tight dude, man. He's a young kid, and he's going places. So if you're a driver really serious about it and looking for a good career, those dudes kill it, man. They make a good living. Look up Ryan Rally Trucking. Dustin Raymond.
That's me.
What's up, bro?
How are you guys?
Dude, I'm
good. How are you?
Over the moon happy.
Awesome.
This is cool.
Every reason to be, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm breathing because we went to a funeral today. I'm good. I don't get the negative life shit. I'm good.
Yeah, life is too short. Right?
Alive,
Every day
bro.
is a gift, for sure.
Yeah, that was a shitty day. I hate funerals.
Yeah.
A double with the woman and man. God, that's horrible. Mom and dad, husband, wife, however you want to say it. That's just... So I'm golden.
Yeah, absolutely. Any day you're upright and breathing.
And
right?
we can fight through anything from then on, right?
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for coming.
100%.
Thanks for coming, bro.
I appreciate you having me.
Hell yeah. It's you. So the way I met you was you guys grew up together. Was that little quick story-ish? How did that all go down?
100%.
Yeah, we grew up in Stansbury. I think we moved in there. I was in 6th grade. You and Guy were probably 7th grade.
So you guys are the same age, you and Guy.
Yep.
Yeah. They were best friends growing up.
That's cool.
So, yeah, Dustin was like my big brother, my other protector.
So yeah, everybody tie that up. They can figure that out. Guy, the episode with Guy. So you guys were best. You guys were homies.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, we were
cool.
tight.
Yeah.
When did you guys lose track at hanging out?
Let's see. It would have been...
Life happens. It's just the way it is.
When was that?
Yeah.
Well, you moved to Riverton.
2000.
This accident was like 18 years ago. So, but I mean...
2002.
Yeah.
So right before it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, it's been almost a quarter of a century since.
Does he look the
I've seen
same?
him.
Does he have the same?
He does. He does
weird,
look exactly the same.
Yeah.
I didn't know him before his accident, but that kid cracks me up, man.
Oh, you should have.
And his fucking memory
It was
is
so
ridiculous.
wild. I mean, nothing was off limits with Guy for sure.
He was telling me a story, if it's tell me if it's true or not, which is so random. And then we'll go back to your growing up, but that your dad's a machinist and she triggered a memory. Is that true? Or
Well, my dad owned a machine shop.
yeah,
Okay,
see, he was
but
right.
yeah, I was
I was
asking him
tripping.
today.
I was like, how do you remember
and
that?
he was telling me about it. It was crazy.
You remembered that. It's just cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To have that
For
good a
sure.
memory with what he's gone through. It was just funny.
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna shit if that's right. How
Yeah,
does he
no,
remember
absolutely.
that?
That's 100%
That's cool.
correct. I watched the episode you guys did with him, and I thought it was so remarkable how awesome of an attitude Guy has.
Oh yeah, dude.
It blew me away.
Yeah.
If you listen to any of the other stuff, I have that in my heart. Anybody that trauma, I'm really into psychology stuff, and trauma changes you, man, and for the good or the worse or whatever. But it's like people that really go through gnarly shit are usually very humble, good, happy, easy to be around people. We don't have problems. We'll fucking make them.
Oh yeah,
That's human. It's so weird.
Yeah,
So
it brought a tear to my eye, to be honest with you.
Oh, dude.
It was pretty moving.
That was a brutal episode. There was a lot. That one got a lot of attention.
Yeah. He's had
Random people calling him and
Yeah.
so
It's been
like, dude, you
awesome
made me
for
want to
him.
call him. Give me his number. Just random people in our life that I won't shout him out because he didn't want me to. But one particular guy called him. I haven't heard from this young man since high school, and that sparked him to call him. And I haven't talked to that in 20 years, So that's just neat, man.
It is
the
neat,
power
yeah.
these have and the reach.
Absolutely.
And people want to connect to this stuff.
Especially since he didn't even know Guy. He doesn't even know me. He's met me
He
a
doesn't
couple
know
times.
I
So
went to high school with him.
it's just cool that
I just want to call him.
Yeah.
That's the right thing to do. So now they talk all the time, I guess. That's pretty funny.
That's very cool.
yeah.
So you guys grew up in Tooele?
Yep. We rode the bus to Tooele High School every day. Well, when we went to school.
We did.
you
We
still
didn't
live
have
out
a high
there?
school. What's that?
Do you still live out there?
No, I live in Woods Cross.
Oh, okay. You're out of Tooele.
Your parents don't live out there though, right?
No,
Anymore?
they were in Bountiful for a little while, and they just retired and moved to St. George. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's cool.
yeah, good for them. I say if they can make it to retirement and enjoy what's left of hard work is just work your ass off to get to that point, and
Dude,
then
and
then now my dad, he doesn't know what to do with himself. I know he's just going batshit crazy, sitting there going, all right, now what?
he was a machinist, dude.
Nah, he was never a machinist
He just
by trade. He was actually a pipe fitter by trade.
But he was hard worker, guys.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
stop and you're like,
Worked his
we
ass
don't
off.
stop.
Built, started his own business, and was they sold the business in 2016, I believe, maybe
So it
2017.
wasn't very long ago, anyway.
Yeah, so he was able to do what he wants to do. So that's kind of the goal, right?
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't know if I'll ever retire. I don't think I could. I'd die.
And I think it's one of those things you have to learn how to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have a whole belief on all that. Man has to have purpose.
Yeah, you go through this very structured regiment from 5 to 7 o'clock every day. You're working, and then
For 50-something years of your life.
absolutely, and then all that stops, and then what? It's
Yeah, guys, it spins us up. Huh? It does me.
yeah,
Even just having a day off, I'm like, what? I don't have days off.
100%. Right by Sunday, it's as sick as it sounds. I'm like, damn, I'm almost ready to go back to work.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's a good balance. But yeah, it's hard on a guy, man. Well, hopefully they do well.
Yeah.
So I know
yeah.
I keep derailing us. I'm sorry, but so you guys haven't met forever, but what do you do, man? You're a pilot. Tell us about you.
So yeah, I'm kind of a new pilot in that sense. Since 1996, I've been I started a machinist apprenticeship when I graduated from high school,
Dude, I think that stuff's cool.
and I've been doing that ever since. I mean, to this day, So
So you still do
whatever
that
is.
during
Yep.
the day?
Yeah, 100. Yeah. So I work for the shop that my dad owned, and
Gotcha.
I do that. Let's see, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays. So
So the pilot thing's just doing it for fun.
So I got, let's see, in 2015, my wife, she bought me what they call an introductory flight with the local flight school in Bountiful. And I thought, all right, yeah, I'll go do it. So we go up in this area, and I've always loved aircraft, aviation, all that stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And we go up with the owner of the flight school, and he gives me the spill. He's like, all right, here's the program if you want to do it. It's this much for the ground school, And he kind of approached me. He said, if you decide you want to be an instructor, you can come work for me. You can be an instructor for me. Well, that's quite a departure from an introductory flight
I would say.
to being a flight instructor. So I sat on it for a day, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to at least get a pilot's license out of this. So
Sure.
let's see, I started that training in 2015. It took me about a year to get my private pilot's license. And then when I got done with that, I was kind of like, shit, now what do I do?
So do you have a pilot license, and then you have to be in this thing to be able to use planes, you have to join a club thing, because you don't just, or do you just buy your own plane?
So I'm actually a flight instructor for a club.
Gotcha.
It's just a guy that owns 4 airplanes at the airport.
Gotcha.
And then people come to him, say, hey, I want to rent your aircraft. So we do aircraft rental. And then if you want to learn to fly, we can teach you to fly. And then at that point, once you get your license, you're already in our system. You can rent the aircraft from us.
Damn.
So it's a little, most people don't want to, it's the 3 Fs, right? You ever heard that? The 3 Fs?
Hit it. I'm ready.
If it floats, flies, or fucks, you rent it. Right? You never heard that before?
No.
Okay.
That
three
is
F's, right?
gold, dude.
Yeah. So if it's a boat, an airplane, or you get the rest of it.
Got it.
You ran it.
I better write that down.
Aircraft ownership is like a big. I mean, it's a huge.
Dude, how much is the lowest end plane? They're fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and the problem with it is that people get these old most airplanes on the market right now are 40, 50 years old even.
Right.
And for what they want for them, you could buy a brand new pickup truck.
Holy hell.
And I don't know if you've ever been in like a 70s single engine airplane before, but
I've been in a lot of helicopters.
It reminds me of like an old like RV. You know what I mean? It's kind of the shitty, weird plastic in it, and like the Naugahyde leather seats and shit. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like cheesy, like
fucking
that.
Buckle seatbelt.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Oh shit! I was being funny.
100%.
Oh my god! Fuck that. I ain't going.
And so it gets to the point where it's like
parachute.
You got to pay for the airplane, and then you got to pay to park the airplane. And if you're just going to leave it outside, even just to tie down at a local airport, you're still $100 a month. A hangar, forget about it. I mean, they're $1,000 a month usually around here. You can find some cheap ones in Ogden, but for the most part, people just park them outside. But then you got to stay on top of it.
Yeah, dude, they'll fall apart sitting there, right?
And that's a whole nother ball.
To run.
Yep.
Yeah, like a diesel motor.
100%. You want to leave them sitting there, you might as well just sell it or just part it out. But so it's a good route to go if you want to fly and you don't necessarily want to be an aircraft owner. A lot of people rent airplanes. It's pretty easy to do.
So what's the difference between? I'm super into helicopters. I had all the. I almost plunged into that at one point. I was really close to it. I've spent lots and lots and lots of time. Allegedly helping fly.
Who's helicopters?
Company we've worked with everybody. So I'm a lineman. I'm a journeyman lineman by trade.
It wasn't Blade, was it?
Nope, not in Utah. It was in Cali. It was PJ helicopter. Shout out PJ helicopter. They won't ever hear this, but so I'm really, really familiar with how helicopters operate. Right. I was just curious. What's I've flown them even. Not what are planes. A helicopter can land anywhere. Yeah. If you fuck up in a plane, you got to plan some shit out. Helicopter, absolutely. You can kind of like daisy chain on down into stuff.
Well, in the helicopters, you can auto rotate to a landing, right? As long as you're moving forward and the rotor's spinning, you can, as long as there's forward momentum there, you can, safely land the helicopter somewhere.
Can you fly one of them as well?
No.
They're different.
Yep, completely different category,
they're so
class
bizarre.
rating. It's really expensive. Helicopter training is generally double, if not more, than what the hourly rate would be on a single engine airplane.
Yeah, they were right at the triple digit number.
Exactly.
For all, however many it was the hours and all that stuff. But most of mine was just skid work, working off of the outside of it while they fly. We do power line stuff, but I spent so much time with them. I just got infatuated with the way they work.
Well, that's got to be as much fun. I mean, I'm sure that's pretty exhilarating, right? Hanging outside of a helicopter.
It's awesome. We got to get some of them videos up someday. But I'm so frustrated when I have done something. I want to do something different. So I've been out here. Now let me fly it. Like, I don't know. I'm never satisfied. Sure. I always like to keep growing and doing weird shit. But
I can appreciate that. Yeah.
So so a plane, man. Have you ever had some pretty intense, scary shit? Give us a crazy story. You got like
so probably I wouldn't call it scary.
That won't incriminate you.
But probably the funnest thing you can do in an airplane, in a single engine airplane anyways, is they call it like upset recovery training. To get a flight instructor certificate, you have to do what we call spin recovery training. So they actually stall the airplane, put the airplane in a stalled condition, and then spin the airplane down. You have to be able to recover the
nose
airplane.
Down.
It actually, the wing falls over.
Jesus. I think I'm good on that.
It's actually a lot of fun. So
you're crazy.
You can do the, I think it's a 183 endorsement is what that is. That's not important. But what is important is you can, when I did it, I went up to Heber with an outfit called Pilot Makers. And that's kind of what they specialized in, was aerobatic stuff. And I did spins 1, 2, and 3 with them. And the last spin lesson we did we did in
spin,
the
like roll.
Yeah, we did it in the Extra 300, which I don't know if you know what that is, but you know what the Red Bull air races are, right? It's that type of
Those dudes
airplane.
are fucking crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, exact type of airplane, the Extra 300, and so we got just regular spins down, and then he's like, "All right, now we're gonna do them upside down." So we would actually stall the aircraft upside down. Yeah, it's so much fun. I mean, it really is the most fun you can have.
Seriously?
Absolutely, 100%.
I don't know, man. Flying upside down, that freaks me the fuck out. That's weird.
As long as you're moving forward, it's okay. Right?
Yeah, you're not falling straight down. Dude, we've had some scary shit happen in helicopters before, so I've felt, ish G's. I don't know.
Helicopters scare me. When I see
come?
helicopters, I just think they have so many more moving parts on them than an airplane does. You know what I mean?
Oh,
There's
boy.
a lot of right angles, transmissions, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh boy, they're intense, man.
To me, they just, I don't know. And I know how the whole maintenance schedules work on them, but still, I look at them and I just go,
dude, they go down all the time.
There's a lot of things swinging around on there.
Yeah, and then we hang from them goddamn things and we're working.
Yeah,
it's fucking scary, bro. For that part of it.
But I'll bet that was something you always remember, right?
So yeah, it's fun. Like we love doing it, but there's always that back in your mind. You're looking up when you're talking to the pilot. We have our stuff, and it's like, man, let's make sure we're good today. Like, because we have deaths all the time.
Oh yeah,
helicopter hitting into the wire and wrapping them up, and scary shit. But
shit happens every day, right?
They're like a boat, dude. And you push them, and they just move so easy. So, but a plane, totally different, right? It's like everything's totally different.
So in the helicopter,
the way it's propelled and everything.
The helicopter, you have the cyclic, right?
Yep.
And then the collective, and then your directional axis just controls your feet.
Yep.
Pretty much the same principle in the airplane. Your collective is going to control the bank and pitch, right? So roll and pitch, and then your directional axis is controlled by your feet. The only difference with I guess I could compare the collective on the helicopter to the throttle on there.
Yeah, so they sound pretty easy. You could hop right in a helicopter and be good then.
I don't know.
I'll bet you could do it.
Who knows?
They're crazy.
I'd like to try it someday. I mean,
what made you want to be a pilot, bro?
It started pretty young. My dad was always building like radio controlled aircraft. So I got started doing that real young, and I even do it to this day. I still fly radio control aircraft all the time.
It's cool.
I was way more into military aviation. Believe it or not, more the history side of it. Like, from a young age, I could identify, just about every aircraft that was ever in the World War II theater. I know it sounds lame, but
that's you, man. That's
cool. I
was
totally into that, and I always thought it was kind of unattainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it always seemed like, oh man, I just couldn't imagine. Like,
dream job.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was just so. I didn't even know the first place to start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my wife, like I said, God bless her, she changed everything with that one intro flight. It's so weird how.
That's what you did with me.
Isn't that weird?
Dude, she pushed the tattooing thing, yeah.
Good. Isn't that just so weird how.
She's like, this is it. You're doing this, this, and this. I helped it. Go. And I just had to do it. Same idea.
That's awesome.
She shoved me where I needed to be. Sounds like the same idea with you.
That's so cool.
You got to have a badass wife, bro.
Yeah, she's awesome. I'm blessed to have her. A lot of people say, what changed your life? A lot of people say my kids, but no, my wife definitely is the thing in my life anyways. It,
that's your
keeps
everything.
Me on the straight and narrow. And
yeah, man. How long have you been married?
We've been married since 2014.
So we were 17. So that's pretty wild. That's
a
long time.
Yeah.
Hey, so yeah, you're guys' age, so you're just barely older than
second marriage.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I got married young at I think I was 22 or something like that. 23.
Not such a good time.
Oh no, it wasn't terrible. I mean, shit happens.
Oh yeah.
Separate ways.
So, how many kids you got, bro?
I've got two. I've got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Nice, man.
Then I have a daughter. She's actually Serena's age.
Yeah, because their birthdays are like a day. Is it a day apart?
Yeah, I think
Serena's the 14th.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is she 13th? Yeah.
They know each other?
No.
They don't know each other.
No.
So that was
That was with the ex?
no, that was with another guy I was with in high school. And we ended up giving Ralsei is her name. We ended up giving her up for I say giving up. That's not probably a good word. But we gave her to a family in an open adoption in Denver. And I still talk to her. You know,
She keeps in touch with you?
Yeah.
That's hard, man.
But you know what? I look at her life now, and there's just no way I could have, you know, there's no way her mother and I would have ever stayed together, and there's just no way she would have ever had the life she has now. I mean,
that's deep, man. You were able to do that. That's gnarly.
Yeah, you know, and I like I said, I'd do it all over again, you know, if the circumstances were the same.
I think that takes a lot of grit inside you to be, you know, that's hard to do that. That'd be hard.
Oh, well, yeah. But you know,
you got to do it
for the better.
It's just, you know, what's better for what. And I think that's cool.
There was no way I was in any state to be anybody's parent.
Right.
Back then. I mean,
young too. Yeah,
I still don't feel like I'm in any state to be a parent right now. Almost sometimes, you know, it's like, what do I do here?
What does your old lady do? Does she work?
Stay at home mom.
That's what she is.
Yeah.
Well, she runs everything here.
You know, I say stay, like, it's light, you know, that's a big deal.
Dude, that's harder than
your job never ends.
Absolutely.
They're hard workers, bro.
I'm telling you, so we decided to homeschool our oldest, and that's been completely all consuming. Now, all I hear about it all day long is this and this and this, and I'm like, he's in fucking kindergarten. You know what I mean? Right. It's like, what is this going to be like in 6th grade? Because I'm not going to be able to help anybody with anything. It seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Their homework stuff's crazy.
Well, it's all on a computer too. And I don't know about you, but my parents still don't have a computer. We didn't have one growing up. I never even knew how to use one ever. So I'd get into school, and all my other friends and shit had some help. You know, they've all had them. We didn't, dude. We never had one. They still don't have one. It is 20. What the hell year is it? 20. They still they don't have them. They don't know how to get on any of the Facebook shit. They don't know how to do any of that. So that's how I grew up.
There's nothing wrong with that either, too, though. It's sometimes
weird.
You know, where would we be as a society without all this stuff, too?
We talked about it one time. Yeah. Facebook, dude. That's how this connection happened again. I think that's cool. Just it's right. It's good and bad. It can be both things, but I think if people use it for the right thing, it's really cool.
100%. Absolutely.
But it's pendulum in life, right? Everything. There's both sides of that.
And it will come back the other way eventually.
And the higher one way it goes, the other way it's going to go the same height. Pretty close to it.
Yeah.
We're figuring this out slowly.
Definitely.
Well, it's not very slow. It's pretty fast.
So, yeah, anyways, I got my private pilot license in I ended up finishing that in 2016. And prior to all this, I was partying. I was nothing. I was just kind of aimless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
There was nothing. There was no priority. There was nothing to focus. I was just kind of treading water. You know, I was working, surviving. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And when all that started, it changed my life in so many more ways than just flying airplanes.
Right.
And I noticed that right when I finished my private pilot's license, I thought, all right, I got this license. And in aviation, there's always something. You're never done. It's kind of a trap. It's a drug in a sense, because it's a drug that's administered by the Federal Aviation Administration.
Sure.
So I'm sitting there, and my flight instructor, he's like, hey, you're going to get instrument rated. You know, you should really get instrument rated. It'll make you a better pilot. It'll just, you know, and I thought about it, and I thought, all right, screw it. So started my instrument rating training. And then I got instrument rated, and I thought, you know, I'm really only 100 hours away from a commercial pilot's license. Shit, well, I'm this far. I might as well just keep going, right? So I got my commercial pilot's license, and then at that point, you can get paid to do it. It's like having a commercial driver's license, basically.
Gotcha.
You're not flying an airliner, but, you know, there's other jobs you can do. Flying airplanes, flight instruction. Believe it or not, people tow banners still.
With signs?
Absolutely, yeah. And that's
spendy.
next time you get bored and you're on YouTube search banner tow pilot. The pickup. Watch them pick these banners up. It's something else. At any rate.
Yeah,
It's pretty wild how they pick them up.
I didn't even think about that.
So,
because you couldn't take off with that fucker laying there.
No, they.
I'll have to check that out.
They have to I think they have to throw a hook out the window, or it's weird. I couldn't tell you exactly how it works,
cool.
but I've seen
I
it.
bet
I've
that's
seen it happen.
expensive to advertise that.
You know, I see it. I think you see it more along the coastlines.
Marry me, Jed.
Yeah. You spelled my name wrong.
God damn it. 2 D's.
So at any rate, the outfit I did my flight training with, that was kind of their program. They kind of turned into more of a pipeline to the airlines. So most of the flight instructor applicants there were looking to go to the airlines.
Like big stuff.
Just so they had a partnership with SkyWest.
Gotcha.
It was Bountiful Flight at the time. They had a partnership with SkyWest, and they integrated this program in that said if you could start from zero experience to flight instructor, and then you would get the hours you needed to go to the airlines being a flight instructor, so you could get paid to get that 1,500 hours you needed.
Gotcha.
And they could not get pilots fast enough. 1 year ago today, it was so crazy busy. I mean, everybody was wanting to fly. Everybody was, they were having to turn people away almost.
Yeah.
And now, since all the COVID craziness, it's
ghost town.
We call them airline transport refugees, because there's all these CFIs that were just supposed to be in the airlines training right now, and they're just,
the guys that stuck it out, got good work done, I guess.
At least they have a job, right?
Yeah.
So at least they're still doing flight instruction. But it's been a lot of fun, and like I said, I don't teach for the school I trained at. Ascend Aviation, Utah, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. If anybody's interested in learning how to fly, get a hold of us. We can schedule a discovery flight. Super cheap. We can get your license very economically, and the best people in the world. Like
are what?
The guy that owns this club,
are they?
Is just rock solid.
That's cool.
The coolest dude. And I've never encountered anybody that ever had anything bad to say about this guy. And I can't say that about everything in aviation. Usually someone's like, this guy,
Yeah.
The dude that owns this club is unbelievable.
That's cool, man.
So cool.
How long does it take somebody that's super eager, like the man that wants to do it? How long can it get? How quick?
0 to hero?
Yeah.
We go, it just depends on the person.
Sure.
If, you're willing to put in at least 2 to 3 days a week, you could feasibly do it in 2 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we can really ramrod it through if that's the point, if that's the case.
From nothing.
Yep.
From me.
0 to a 40-hour
myself.
private pilot. Yeah, you can. And again, it all just depends on the person.
Sure.
And how motivated you are.
If he's on it, that can happen. That's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
How quick did you do yours? How long did it take?
Like I said, so I was working full time, and I was still flying 2 days a week, pretty steady. Sure. So, but it took me about a year.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. That's probably more what it is than for most people.
Yeah, if you work a day job, and the other side of that too is that life happens,
Oh boy.
and you got to prioritize things, no matter how devoted or dedicated you are to anything, you got to put
shit hits too.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
I had a student, and I'm gonna even drop his name. His name's Jeremiah.
You said had though. Is he still with us?
Nope, he got a license, so he's a certificated pilot right now.
Nice job.
And this guy was all in. I remember the first day I met him, I thought, man, this guy is eager. You know what I mean?
Sleeping
He's
here.
climbing all over the airplane. Like, turning shit on, opening doors.
Fired it up.
Yeah, I'm just like,
hey, first day, calm down.
And the owner of the club's like, hey, I want to introduce you to this guy. He's going to be your new student. I said, okay. So he's like, hey, I'm Jeremiah. And I'm going, this guy's all, he's dedicated. You know what I mean? He's invested in it. So I get to know him a little bit. We spend a lot of time in a little tin can of an airplane. And he's like, he says, yeah, so I sold my house to do all this. And I'm like, you what?
You can live in the hangar?
And he's like, he's married, he's got kids and sold his house to come up with the capital to start flight training, right? Because his goal was to go to the airlines.
What a stud, man.
And, he's just like, when I think of the dedicated invested student, I think of Jeremiah. And he mashed through it like a champ.
That's so cool, man.
And it's kind of the shitty of it all is that now it's like I talk to airline pilots, and there's a captain up in Preston, Idaho that I did some tailwheel stuff with, and I asked him, I said, when do you think you're going to take the next round of SkyWest cadets in? And he goes, 3 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
he goes, yeah. So and again, he's going to make it sound worse than it probably is, but who knows? So hopefully it goes a little faster than that. Hopefully we can get at least people that have sold their house too. You know what I'm saying?
Right, dude.
To keep a door open for them. So.
What else? I mean, what else would you do to make money to fly? You can do airline. Like that's the ultimate goal. That's the best thing somebody's shooting for.
I know a lot of flight instructors. Like there's one guy on YouTube who I watch a lot. It's a Fly M8 Alpha, and he's a flight instructor. He went to the airlines and then quit. And he does like a 15-minute video and the title of it's Why I Left the Airlines. Because in all reality that, if everybody wants to be a captain at Delta or a captain for United or a captain for America, because they make really good money.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they make awesome money.
High triple digit kind of thing?
Yeah, I bet you a captain for Delta is at least 300.
Holy shit.
Yeah. They make a lot of money.
That's wow.
And there's a lot of perks that come along with working for an airline, right?
Yeah.
You and your family can fly for free. And
I won't derail too far, but how high up, is that a time thing, year thing, hour
seniority
thing? Hour thing. Then.
Yeah. So
track your hours.
Yeah. So, and it's like anything else, you gotta pay your dues, right?
Right.
So a first year, first officer, which is the right seater in any airline, it's a rough, it's a rough go.
He's the apprentice.
Exactly. And they
get my coffee, bitch.
Pretty much, they spend a lot of time not getting paid as well when they're flying too.
Wow.
So if they got to make a connection somewhere, they might have to sit in a jump seat, fly to another place that they're not getting paid for any of that, Damn.
But experience, I guess. Is
but
what you're hunting for.
That's what, that's what you're in, people do it.
Yeah.
So
there's that. What else is there? What else can a guy do? You can do crop. We don't have crop. Is that a thing, dude?
Big time. That's
huge in California.
Well, it's anywhere there's agriculture, or even
okay. I don't know if we did that around here anymore.
Mosquito abatement. I see the mosquito abatement airplanes flying around all over out here.
Those dudes are psycho, bro.
Yeah.
The ones in Cali, we were building line. They were flying under our transmission lines. Well, you fly. So they're like
big air tractor airplanes too.
To the ground. Yeah. Fucking, you come right underneath that. Dude, I about died.
Yeah.
Just being a ding dong. I'm like, man, he didn't need to do that. He dropped down way. He was just showing us he was really cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me.
Flexing, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So there's that. That's big money then too there, huh?
I think it pays okay. I think
that's cool.
I think it's probably more fun. I think people that fly crop dusters probably really enjoy it. So
yeah, they're crazy.
I think there's something to be said for really getting a thrill out of what you do for a living. And I'm sure they do other things too. Most pilots, commercial pilots that are getting paid anyways, flight instructors, banner towers, crop dusters, they do a lot of other things too. So
because you don't fly, it's not an everyday thing then.
And that's kind of the trade-off there. That's why I know a lot of flight instructors that do full-time flight instruction. For me, I need, I've got a family.
Yeah.
I need insurance. The the whole, and I do okay
Yeah.
my day job, and it's stable. So, and as we've seen, shit can change just like that. Everything can go from gangbusters to pretty much zero.
Life is scary. It's getting like faster and scarier.
It is getting faster, right?
Today was pretty wild. Man.
I feel like the weeks just go by. I feel like I wake up on Monday and then it's already Wednesday, and it's.
Why is it a fucking thing when you get older? I don't get it.
They call it the quickening. I've heard it called the quickening. The older you get, the faster time, or you perceive time anyway.
Yes.
Moves.
You think it's going quicker. It's exactly the same.
It's only when you hit 40 though, Dre.
Knew that
don't
was
worry.
coming. Any second that shit was gonna pop. He fucks with her, so they fuck with each other. He thinks she's really old. We tease her because she looks like she's 15.
She doesn't look. She looks exactly the same way as the last time I saw her.
Oh, I'm certain of it.
I doubt it.
You too. You
Old as shit. Damn, you look 40 when you were 18.
No. I
Yeah,
know.
dude,
I tried to get Cade to let me go into his dorm. He was like, "No, you won't pass." I'm like, "No,"
Yeah,
because
you would have passed.
the lady told me I look 25. Like, I'll just be an older college girl.
Every time she gets ready to pull her ID'd for whatever, drinking or something, whatever we're doing. I don't drink, but when her ID gets to come out, I just love it. And I'm always like, oh, I can't wait. You're IDing her. This is great. They look at it and I'm like, told you. Like, fuck, that's like, they think it's fake. I don't know. It's funny.
I know.
You're lucky.
It's okay.
Get a manager over here. Can you take a look at this?
I think this is a lie. I'm not that way. I'm aged as fuck. Stress, bro.
Yeah.
So you said you were in a little funky little spot, and doing this structured you up.
Yeah, 100, absolutely, 100%.
Not weird how that goes, man.
But it's really, it kind of turned into, in the beginning, it was like, shit, this is expensive. You know what I mean? And it's time consuming.
To pay for your time, hours to do it.
Yeah, but now I'm at the point where people are paying me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of that cycle where you pay your instructor, and then if you decide to go that route, you're going to be getting paid to teach people. And I found that just as much as I like flying the aircraft, I really enjoy teaching. It's neat. I get to meet a lot of different people, and I'm kind of a bum at the airport. I just hang out there, you know what I mean? And I meet just random people. I answer ads on like KSL. There's this old timer named Bob, and when I first got my CFI, I was like, gung ho. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm ready to go do some instruction. He had this ad on there, and it said, word for word, it said, old curmudgeon looking to knock dust off his wings. My plane, my fuel. And he had a picture of his airplane up there, and I'm like, that's a really cool airplane. And he just wanted an instructor to fly like a safety pilot with him. So I called him up, and I fly with him to this day pretty regularly.
That's cool.
And he's just a really neat dude. And then there's so many examples of that. Just people I just meet at the airport that are just cool. Would like to fly with an instructor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's a crazy career. I don't know. So you can make a full-time living out of it though. If you ever go clear up into the.
Oh yeah. The kind of
be comfortable doing.
I think most people in my position kind of, the airlines, the end goal would be the airlines for them. Yeah. But a lot of them are a lot younger than I am. There is a dude I knew.
Start right out of high school.
18.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Years old.
That's like our cops around here.
And got a CFI.
They don't grow mustaches, bro.
He's probably 20 now. But yeah, he's flying an airline right now.
Badass little pilot too, probably, huh?
Yeah. So
that's cool, man.
They're just motivated, and it's neat to see. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was working at Taco Bell.
Wow.
Before he started his training, and now he's flying people around.
You can learn skill, man. That's cool with the right trainer, right helper, huh?
And then I noticed that everybody wants a Part 91 job. Everybody wants to fly corporate, right? That's kind of the goal. Where for me it would be, anyways. If I was gonna, say, all right, I'm gonna be a professional pilot. I don't know. My dream job would be flying a business owner's aircraft, like a company aircraft.
Private,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool.
There's a dude I know. I work with him.
Why don't you do it?
Again, you know, most of them you need. I still don't have the ATP minimums, but
Gotcha.
Most of those jobs get held on to like grim death. You know what I mean?
Oh, I bet.
Nobody quits those jobs
To the end.
Yeah, they're like, no, this is mine.
Dude, is there an age limit? Do they say, yo, 70, bro, you're out? Or is there?
So with the airlines, I think each individual airline has an age limit, but I think they raised it last year to, and I could be way off, but I'm pretty sure it's like 65.
So they actually
Maybe
do limit
67
it at some point.
I think so, yeah. Well, and so we have to be medically certified as well.
Physical and all
Yeah,
that.
so we have to go see they call it an AME, Aeronautical Medical Examiner. And he gives us a little piece of paper that says you're good for
A year.
So it's
like
depending
a
on what
CDL.
class.
Same idea, bro.
Yeah. And it's pretty much the same thing.
Is it fairly intense little setup to get through that, or is it kind of?
No.
Okay.
There's 3 classes. There's
Basics.
a first class, second class, third class. The first class is the EKG one, and that's about as intense as it gets.
Gotcha. What's is there a statistic like out there, numbers? I don't know much about it. It's just it's cool to me. What's the probability of one of them little things hitting the dirt? Is there some kind of any of that?
So I couldn't tell you what the numbers are, and I've had people try to tell me, oh, you're safer driving to the airport than you are, or you're safer flying the airplane than you are driving to the airport, right?
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
And with that said, I can't say the one thing in aviation is we go to extreme lengths to mitigate any probable risks, or you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Every time you go out and get in your car, you don't do a thorough like pre-drive inspection on it. You
When's
know
the
what
last
I'm saying?
time anybody actually looked at their oil or
Exactly, or even like walked around the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. So, but we also can't just pull over and land wherever we want. I guess we could, but it's not ideal. But yeah, no. So there's a lot of risk management involved in it, and in fact, it's a whole section in the FOI, and which is the fundamentals of instruction, which we teach people how to manage risks, and part of that's not taking unwarranted risks, right?
Sure.
So, but there's a lot of things to consider. But as far as percentages, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I know, just here in your backyard, almost the Ogden Airport.
Dude, they hit the dirt there all the time.
They've had a lot of trouble there, and unfortunately, it's not the
freeway.
Yeah,
we've seen that.
I was driving that day.
It's not the airport's fault, you know.
No.
And I was actually hearing things on the radio. They're like, "Oh yeah, they wanted to close the Ogden Airport down," and I'm going, "What the hell is it the airport's fault?" You know,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Make spoons illegal because everybody's fat.
Yeah, 100%.
This is a human thing.
And with that said, it's just they're a busy airport. You know, there's a lot of general aviation traffic there. So, and I just think that when it rains, it pours.
Seems to, huh?
Yeah, but I know they've had some problems there. They've had a lot of. There's just a lot of operations going on there.
Dude, how limited are
inevitable.
you? If shit hits the fan up there, how fast does a plane like you fly go?
It just depends on which aircraft I'm in. Let's see, Dano and I were in his Glass Air 3, and that thing goes 220 knots pretty easy. But that's a pretty high performance aircraft. The trainer aircraft, they're about 100 miles an hour, maybe 110 miles an hour.
And then they'll have different height limitations at whatever machine they are, right? Can they all go?
Yeah, they all have service ceilings, but really the limiting factor is the people involved in it, the people in the aircraft, right? Because at a certain altitude, we have to start taking in supplemental oxygen. Otherwise, you'll get hypoxic and fall
goofy.
asleep. Yeah. 100 get goofy. That's a good way to put it.
We went up in a helicopter one time. It was fucking weird. Straight up, we just started powering up. And how high can we go? And I won't. But yeah, it's weird, dude.
Yeah, it's something to consider. And they're the trainer aircraft. They're trainer aircraft for a reason, because they're pretty robust. They're pretty safe. They don't last very long as trainer aircraft if they have problems, I guess,
right.
or a bad reputation.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of risk. Maybe I need to go. Should I go? Let's do that. Should we get our own plane? No helicopter, Dre. We're going to get a plane.
The world becomes a lot smaller place when you have an airplane.
Is it like... It's got to be scary, bro. That first time you come in landing, I can only imagine how that feels.
It's funny because I notice, people's first intuitions in the airplane is to want to see blue sky. So usually when we're landing, I'm always having to almost force the controls to point down because that's what we're doing, right? We're coming to the ground, and it's just human. It's just your survival sense kicking in, saying, "No, I don't want to see the ground in this thing. I want to see blue sky."
Yeah, we need to be up.
Exactly. So, but you get over it like anything else.
Is it weird though to come in and land?
I don't think so.
Smooth, little, I don't know.
But again,
you're limited, man. You got to have a spot to do it, right? That's the helicopter thing. You can dump one of them anywhere.
If even a field, a road, if there's no power lines or telephone poles.
Yeah. See?
And I've always thought, man, I wonder if I had to land this thing on this highway, if people would get out of my way.
Dude, I think they would.
I would hope so, because
he's bigger than me. I'm out.
I mean, I see videos all the time of aircraft, that have to get forced down on a road, and they walk away. But you'd be surprised how you even soft fields or plowed fields, you don't really need that much length to stop it.
Really?
I
don't know, man. It freaks me out. They're clipping along, and I'd be looking for where to go all the time.
Well, like
looking
I said,
for a bailout.
Forward momentum is the big thing there. So
do those things pull through the air, or do they push? How does that work?
So you're actually being pulled through the air.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
The propeller makes it an area of low pressure in front of the airplane, and the higher pressure is going to be behind it.
That's tricky, man. I think that shit's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rotating wing, right? It's an airfoil. So
can you can fly? Do you have limitations of what you can fly now? Like with that, when you hit a certain, you can only. How does that work? Is there just X amount of? So I'm crane certified. I have an NCCO certification. I can run any land hydraulic crane up to X 100 ton or whatever.
Sure.
Do you guys have the same?
Yeah. So I'm a ASEL, which is airplane single engine land. So if it was going to be a float plane or a seaplane, you'd need a seaplane rating. If it was going to be a multi-engine airplane, you need a multi-engine rating.
So there's just, like you said, it never stops.
It's endless. You can
really
certify. There's so many. I think I've heard of a few guys that claim to have had every certificate the FAA offers, and one of them was John Lear. Do you know who John Lear is?
Mm-mm.
He was that UFO guy. What was the guy's name from Area 51? Bob Lazar.
Oh, yeah. I know Bob. I've heard his shit.
John Lear was the guy that kind of like broke Bob Lazar, like with that. Who was the other guy, that reporter down in Las Vegas? George Knapp.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that's some tricky shit right there.
So this John Lear, he was related to the Lear family, right? I think he was the son of the guy that
Learjet
coined the Learjet, exactly. And he claimed to have every certificate the FAA offered. But obviously, if you come from Learjet money, you're gonna.
How many is that? How many certificates?
Man, I couldn't imagine. I mean,
100
helicopters, and so that's just that certificate. And I'm sure when you start getting into turbojets, jets, then you're going to be ATP. You'll have an ATP certificate, but you need to be type rated in whatever jet you're flying. And I think usually the place you work for will provide your type rating.
Yeah,
in the aircraft they operate.
Like, you need to run this. We're going to get you these certs, and
the 737 or the Airbus 320 or whatever it is.
It's crazy.
But it never ends. It really does never end. You could, I don't know. I just told myself I'm done taking check rides for a little bit. The check ride's like our exam, test day. We take the test. And I found now every time I send a student pilot off for a private pilot check ride, it's like I'm taking the check ride all over again.
Yeah.
I'm all nervous and text me when you're done, right? Let me know how it goes. And
yeah.
It's like my check ride again.
Right.
So, and it's kind of weird.
That's crazy. So how long have you been doing that? You said since 16?
A year. I've been doing flight instruction for the past year. So
Gotcha.
I got my flight instructor certificate in July of 2019.
You're just gonna keep going at where you're at.
Yeah,
Doing your thing.
yeah. No reason to change it up.
That's cool.
It works good for me, you know. Like I said, I get to fly with cool people and fly out different types of aircraft, and it's a lot of fun.
No crazy stories.
Not in the aircraft, not really.
Really?
Nah.
No oh shit moments.
No, like, so you don't have one for real?
I had.
I can segue with a helicopter one that would.
Yeah, tear it up. Let's hear it.
So you know what the NOTARs are? No tail rotor. We call them NOTAR. 500 NOTAR with they use them in power lines a lot.
Oh, it's like an MD, the McDonnell Douglas. They call them. So they make it's just got the tube coming out the back.
The
of it.
tube with the tube. Yeah,
I know
no tail rotor
Yep.
at all, and it's all exhaust driven.
Yep.
It flaps, and that makes it. That's how they do it instead of a tail rotor. I won't say the company, but they got the little bar in the back, right? So if the tail rotor gets too close to the ground, they feel it and they can pop up. We come in on this hill. Oh, I could get this guy. Dude, he almost killed me. So I'm in the back. We're just linemen. We're just in and out of there. We're not all suited. We're not strapped into anything. So I'm sliding out, getting ready to deliver, and it's all time. Everything's fast. You got to be fast. I grab all my stuff, and I'm getting ready to slide out the door, and he come in and was landing on a little hill and slapped this on the hill. He didn't, something got him. I don't know what it was, but he jerked up hard, dude. Like, I don't know. I've never felt anything like that. I was 1 foot out and head in, still like crawling out. The door's really small. And I don't know how many G's we pulled. 107,000 lot. It slammed me into the roof. If I'd have been out a little more, I'd have went right through the rotor.
So
Because he hit and jerked up. It was gnarly, bro.
did the tail rotor strike the ground?
No, hits the whatever
skid.
That safety whammo bar.
Huh.
It hit there. There was no tail rotor though. It was just there was the no.
Oh, okay.
But still, that hit, and he got scared at something, jerked up, dude. I never felt nothing like that in my life. Because we were right there, and less than a second later, we were above the towers, and I was in a mess in the back. Like, what? He's okay? I was like, dude, what's going on here? Yeah, that was not cool.
Well, at least you're here to tell the story, right?
Yeah. So that was my scariest damn thing. But I was in a helicopter.
I think like I said, they terrify me a little bit. I just think there's, and like I said, you think about where you're operating the helicopter at. You said you're on a hill or a mountain.
Yeah, dude, you're always right by the ground.
It's pretty
obstruction and
pretty confined. You know, you really I really hand it to a lot of them that like the search and rescue guys. I see some of those guys, and they're never flying those things in ideal conditions. Usually, if they're up, they're like on the side of a mountain, and yeah, dude, winds gusting at 40 knots, and
this there's a lot to it.
Oh yeah, no, I can appreciate it. I think it's a feat for sure.
And then our power line stuff, man. Vertigo,
that's insane.
Vertigo better than anybody in a helicopter hovering, trying to do stuff right. The pilot, man, there's a lot going on there. It is insane to watch how concentrated they are. They do not take their eye off what they're looking at, right? Because we're getting ready to land, do whatever. I've never seen focus like that. Their eyes do not move. They're trying to focus. It's like trying to reach out and grab it, and there's nothing there. That's all the time with that.
Oh, for sure. I like I said, it's just there's a lot going on in a helicopter. I mean, you can kind of kick back in an airplane a little bit. You know, you get into cruise configuration, and it's almost like driving a car essentially. The power's set, and it's no big deal, right? You know, if you want to go up, put a little power in, pitch back. But in the helicopter, it's
nonstop.
It always just kind of reminded me of like trying to balance on a ball. You know what I mean?
That's exactly how they said it. Yeah.
You know, just kind of like
while
just
you're
stay upright
out of a bottle.
Yeah, just stay upright on a ball. Yeah, no, definitely some skilled individuals out there for sure.
Dude, let's do the helicopter thing. I'll go and you can show me how to do that.
So there's a few of them out there. I know Blade helicopters. I don't know the guys that do it, but I know
in Utah.
Yeah, I think they're right here in Ogden, actually.
Gotcha.
At Hinckley, but they. I was talking to this one cat that was a photographer, and he climbed out of this little R-22 Robinson helicopter, and he was like, he just started talking to me, and I'm like, he had this big camera, and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, oh, we're just doing a contract for the state of Utah, just taking pictures. And you just get to fly around in helicopters taking pictures? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty badass. So, you know, you can find those cool niches anywhere, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm telling Dre here, when we're big enough, we're going to have a helicopter. But I'm going to need you to, maybe he'll fly it for us, though.
So, I don't know if you've seen the Diesel Brothers guys.
Oh, yeah.
They have their own helicopter.
Do they?
They have more aircraft than I've ever, I mean, they've got, let's see.
Aren't they right there on Redwood?
Yeah, they're right by the Sky Park.
Yeah.
They've got 3 really nice airplanes.
Are you shitting me?
Not even shitting you. Not even a little bit.
Dude, they're just mechanic guy.
The one they just bought was, you know, it's like $1 million airplane. I mean, high dollar. And
do they have a pilot?
Their own personal shit.
Yeah,
dude.
So,
no.
So, well,
that's what he wanted to do.
The owner of Flight Academy flies in them.
Gotcha.
And I don't know that they're licensed even yet, but they have the aircraft. They've got the capital for it. And then they've got one of those. The helicopter they have is like a fully aerobatic helicopter.
Like what is it? Like
I don't know who makes
like
it.
A K-Max or some shit.
They had a Bell like a Jet Ranger for a little while, and they got rid of that. And then,
dude,
look at the Red Bull, the helicopter Red Bull has. The guy that does like all the loops and shit in his helicopter. Yeah. They have that exact same helicopter.
And they're mechanics.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something right. You know what I mean?
Dude.
And then I heard they bought Fremont Island. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah. It was in the newspaper.
Holy shit.
And then, so we fly over. This is our practice area, right?
Uh-huh.
Right, basically in your backyard. And the guy was flying with, I was doing a flight review for somebody, and he's like, yeah, so I guess they bought this island. And I'm like, for what? And you can see like tire tracks coming off the causeway that go all the way to the island when the water's low enough. And you could see it to this day. You could drive out there if you wanted to. And they've got a bunch of equipment, shit, excavators and shit like that out there. And I'm like, what are they? He's like, I heard they're going to build the world's longest slip and slide on top of Fremont Island.
Just because we can.
I guess. And so you fly down there, and you can see where they've started carving out the side of this hill. It's the ridge that basically runs north and south on the south side. And you can see that's kind of what it looks like is going to happen there.
Yo, Diesel Brothers, hit me up. We just need a sponsor. So if you need some,
there you go.
Get rid of some money, for Christ's sake. Don't.
There you go.
Don't build slip slides.
I think they're big in. I think
That's
what
insane.
really is the raffle thing.
What's that?
So so they build these trucks, right?
Huh?
And I think they were selling. They got started. It was diesel sellers, right? So they were buying even like tractor trailers, semi trucks, things like that, and just basically brokering trucks. And I may be completely wrong here, but I'm pretty sure this is how it all boiled down. At any rate, when they started building this custom stuff, their online store, basically they say, all right, look at this new monster truck we built, right? This badass, gnarly monster truck.
Mm-hmm.
You can enter to win this. If you spend $20 or whatever it is on our online store, you'll get an entry to win this truck.
Like a raffling kind of thing.
Exactly. And then, I mean, having a TV show on Discovery Channel probably didn't hurt anything, you know. But,
dude.
But whatever they're doing something right.
Yeah, I need to know what that is.
I think it was the raffle thing, to be honest with you.
Okay, we're raffling. Let's start raffling.
Think about it. You know, you could, right?
Oh, easily.
Just get some merch. Say,
we have
buy some merch, and give them an hour worth or whatever of tattoos, right?
Honey, did you write that down?
I did.
Dre, did you write that down?
I don't know.
That's crazy though. It's real.
Yeah. 100%.
Their trucks and shit are crazy. I've drove by it a few times.
There's always an accident in front of that place.
And black smoke.
Always an accident. It's like, because people like come from all over to take pictures
holy shit, that's
in front
them.
of the monster truck school bus, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like people standing out
It's
in
in the
road,
weirdest fucking spot. Like,
taking selfies in the middle of the road and shit.
There's nothing out there.
Never fails. Woods Cross Police are always there, just cleaning something up.
I heard their tickets and shit, they pay like heavy for the black smoke shit. Like,
there was they had some problems with some
EPA
emissions things. And I get it.
Fine them a whole bunch of money.
They just don't run as neat with all the emissions shit on them. But
yeah, black smoke, unburned fuel. What did planes run on? Is it like a kerosene kind of a?
So that'd be the jet
fuel?
fuel. Most of them run on 100 low lead.
Gotcha.
So they've
Just
and even
a little
that's
pump gas. Just
yeah. It still has enough lead in it that it's better for sure. I think.
So that's because helicopters, it's more of a kerosene. It's like a really high grade diesel.
If they're a jet powered helicopter, yeah, they'll run on jet A.
That shit stinks, bro.
You know what's crazy is that jet A is half the price of 100 low lead.
Really?
It's I mean it is just basically diesel fuel. It's about
and super clean or something.
all it is, but so there's one manufacturer out there that does make a diesel engine that runs on jet fuel.
Really?
Just for that reason, I mean, I'm sure it costs a lot of money, but it's a difference. It's $2 a gallon difference, which
it's funny. It used to be way cheaper than gas.
yeah, right.
Everybody bought a diesel. Now it's more expensive.
Even that's not too bad right now. I think I saw diesel is $2.19 a gallon or something.
It's gonna change with our election stuff, probably, huh?
Isn't it?
It's like dude, that's like
fucking crazy.
It just does this shit dramatically. It's been unbelievable.
Oil went negative.
Did it?
Negative.
I didn't
earlier.
see that.
Just during the summertime.
Dude,
Negative.
This world's falling apart, bro.
It went from like $70 a barrel to negative. They couldn't store it. There was a lot of places that completely stopped drilling because they had nowhere to put it. And I know a lot of it had to do with the airlines slowing down to the point they did because they, were obviously the biggest consumer of.
Oh yeah.
Think about how much jet fuel, just Salt Lake goes through.
Just one of them big old, just a 137. How many gallons?
A lot.
Fuel?
It's it's a lot when they don't quantify it in gallons. They do it in pounds.
Tons.
Yeah, exactly. How many pounds an hour are you burning?
And it's a lot of fuel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so that COVID, dude, that's really fucked that all up, didn't it?
It's messed everything up.
The whole world.
I don't know. In my opinion, I just wish everybody would just say, you know what? Fuck it. We're going back to work. We're starting all this shit back up. We'll figure it out later. But that's just my opinion.
It's not a bad opinion.
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I support that 100%.
Hey,
anytime anything happens at that, like mass, anything like that, it doesn't matter what it is, I always stand back. I'm like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter what's going on. Wherever the crowd's at, I step back always because there's some reason, there's something to this.
Herd mentality, right? It's replaced herd immunity. And
I'm like, I don't know about, this is just too weird.
Yeah.
So you guys got hammered on it too then?
Yeah, it really slowed things down. My day job and, like I said, flight instructor. My day job, the machine shop I work in, we primarily take care of the energy industry. So it's in North Salt Lake. So pretty much all the refineries, we work on all the rotating equipment.
Like the Rocky Mountain Power that I used to work right there. Did you guys right there?
No,
there?
so it'll be, where the Big West oil refinery is in North Salt Lake.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yep.
It'd be South Bountiful, Center Street.
Gotcha.
But even they, like I said, they slowed down. Shit, I just heard the Marathon refinery, they're off of Beck Street. They just laid a shit ton of people off. And I never thought, it was always such a stable environment.
Oh,
always such a stable job. Anything with oil and gas was. And I have a student pilot he's an engineer for Marathon, and he said, yeah, they sent out an email the other day and put a bunch of people on the beach. And I was like, fuck.
Dude, we have a bunch of clients that do that, work at them refineries. They're just always having to cancel. They have to work, gotta work.
They're good jobs. If you can get a job in a refinery, you get a good job for sure.
Yeah, that shit's, we know we do a bunch of those.
They were anyways, it's just like anything else. I get the new normal thing is wearing thin.
Yeah, dude, I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to to normal.
We just got to do it.
Yeah. And that's really what it would take.
Do it.
If everybody just said, all right, I'm all for being safe and,
Sure.
but I also think that at what cost, right? Where does all this end?
Right. And it's,
especially when more people die from the flu. I don't know. And we're not, I don't know. That didn't control our life.
this world is.
No, none of that did.
No,
That's
none of that
That's
stuff
absolute
ever
madness.
has. So it's, I don't know. I don't get it. I think it's crazy. So I think it's making people act crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
The masks, we're all going to.
Oh,
I can't wait
yeah.
to see. in
I struggle with
X
those. I
amount of
can't
years.
breathe in them. I don't like them.
I don't do it either.
I think the repercussion or the ripple from that, just that one little thing, I can't wait to see that. I think it's going to be dramatic, man. I think
About the psychological effects of a mask. I don't know about you, but when, where was that? I was at the Maverick the other day getting gas, and the lady at the counter, she was talking to me, and they got the plexiglass,
Yeah.
and
I'm
and
deaf.
she's
then
got
you
this
have your
mask
mask.
on, and she's saying
face
something to me,
shield.
and I, honest to God, I went,
Yeah, I do it every time. Because I wear fucking hearing aids. So I'm like, guys, the free, got it.
yeah, exactly, right? I'm just going, this is crazy. I think two things I would have done differently. I would have invested in a plexiglass company because
Oh, yeah.
think about how much
And toilet
fucking plexiglass is in every store right now. Toilet paper, right? And the stupid stickers they put on the floor telling you where to stand.
Arrows.
Yeah.
It's just insane to me.
Dude, it's weird. It's fucking weird.
And then to have people tell you when you're like, you need to go back and stand on that square.
it's like we're all
or
children
that
again.
X.
well, and think
Everywhere
about,
you go, you're a child. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, I don't know. I think you're right. It's like,
what is this doing to kids?
man, I don't know. It shows.
Well, and then you can't
it
see.
shows that
like,
we can't.
You can't see half of people's face, so you
Exactly.
don't know what they're
Speech.
feeling,
Dude,
or I don't know.
Or what
It's
does that
hard to
do?
read
That
people's
doesn't-
expressions.
That doesn't promote socializing. You know
No.
what I mean?
No, it makes
it
it-
actually, it
yeah.
makes people want to I'll just stick, I'll just stay right here. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's just,
I think it's there. It's them kids are seeing we can't handle problems. Like everybody just panics. That's
Right.
how you fix problems. That ripple shit's
Right.
gonna be gnarly.
Well,
I
and
think,
see,
man.
like Landon, our son had surgery on his throat, his airways, just like a month ago, and he can get for school, from his doctor, he can get a thing to where he doesn't have to wear it. But
medically exempt. Or,
yeah, but then he's like, I don't want to be, the special kid that gets the special treatment, because if he goes to school without the mask, then he has kids, bullying him because he doesn't have the mask.
And how
and
fucked
it's
up
like,
is that, right?
So yeah, the new norm
So,
is a mask
it's
for
just-
the younger people.
it's negative thing. I don't know.
I
know.
don't see any good. I
Yeah.
think the benefit from it is nil compared to in my opinion, to the
Yeah.
damage that it does. And like I said, I've seen all this stuff that say, all right, here's trying to protect yourself from a COVID particle is like trying to keep a mosquito out of your, with a mask is trying to keep a mosquito out of your yard with a chain link fence.
That's perfect.
It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
To me, it doesn't. And then the other side of that too is the mask itself. I see people with glasses on, and their glasses are fogging up,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
So the air's going right up there,
that's
fella.
just, yeah, you just have a diaper on your face, and for no
Dude,
reason. It's not doing you any good. All it's doing is depriving you of oxygen. Number one,
Yeah.
it's making people not want to interact with you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just sheepish to me. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be weird, dude. I think it's gonna fuck people's ears up. Like I wear hearing aids. I can't wear them. They yank down on my shit. I don't know.
And then there's the whole. I heard on the radio today they were saying
U92 by chance?
no. Go ahead, plug it
Sorry.
away. No,
you can
tear it up.
fucking edit that out.
But at any rate, they said they were talking about how it was in Salt Lake County. I think they said if you're going to be in a group of people, make sure you're wearing a mask if you're outside and all this stuff. And then it said the mayor, whatever her name is, said, please don't call the police and don't call 911 if you see someone not wearing a mask.
Have they had
So
problems with that?
Yeah,
I
they
guess?
actually have to advise people. Look, this does not warrant calling the police if you see someone not wearing a mask, or if you get in a tangle with somebody because you're trying to Karen them into, sir, you need to put your mask on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
This
I'm looking around me like, oh, you're talking to me? I'm sorry. I don't have a fucking mask. I just play like I can't hear them anyway. I just keep do whatever world, but I'm not playing the games.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's showing our weaknesses, man. It definitely's done that, and it showed that we follow, and we will follow no matter what. We will follow the guy in front of us. We will not figure shit out. We will just follow, and I think that's really weird. I'm just the opposite of that. I don't know anything. I just stay out of shit I don't understand.
the spectator.
I like to make my own way. I just do me, man. I don't know. It's craziness.
Yeah, I don't know. The older I get, the more I go. I'm more selective with the games I play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some of them I'm like, I'm not even playing this. I'm just going to sit back and watch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I 9 times out of 10, it just makes me older, and it's just wasted energy getting all pissed off about shit you can't do anything about.
Older.
Yes.
Said older. Anytime the old word comes up, we go right to her.
Because I look younger than you guys.
I never even did. You never even finished the thing through Twilla, but I guess it was pretty quick little split. You guys
Yeah, so let's see. We were
went to school and
high school.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
when did you guys move to Riverton?
when I was 15, when I was pregnant with Serena.
That's
So,
right.
So, but then, yeah, but we all still hung out during that time. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
so, because, I mean,
he still remembered you like that.
We
Yep. Right here.
we
That's cool.
we all had driver's licenses at that point anyways, and
yeah, we
wasn't
went,
that far from.
I don't know, we went to a lot of concerts together.
I know what kind of kid you were then.
Yeah, no,
I've heard the stories.
it was trouble, you know. There, you grew up in Stansbury Park. There was really nothing to do but find bad shit to do, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
get out of your head because it's nothing
They
to do
had
there.
block parties. That was fun. Winter was fun in Stansbury.
it was cool. I mean, you know, it was a good place to grow up as any. I
Yeah.
mean, like
Yeah.
any other place, you know, all it takes is youth. you
Yep.
know, you fuck up and then you move on, and
Then
you
you
fuck up again, and then you move on, and then sooner or later you get tired of fucking up, and then you just go, all right.
Then you're a pilot.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that works, right?
Just shows you can do anything you really want to, man.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
you got an end goal then? You really know? Or do you are
No,
you really
I'm
gonna
just-
shoot for anything? You just
Nope.
rolling.
Like I said, I'm
You
just
love where you're at.
perfectly content doing what I'm doing right now.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
How many total hours do you have, do you think, flying?
Let's see. I quit counting them, but if I had to bet, I'm probably right under, just north of 800 hours, I would think.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But
And you still got the dirty side down on one of them things.
you know that my newest like real thrill and passion in it is tail wheel flying, like the backcountry flying.
What's that all about?
Oh, you haven't seen that?
No.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the big giant balloon tires on them.
Just land it anywhere.
Land anywhere you want.
Yeah.
It does not matter. I mean, you can literally just
Bounce into the field
absolutely
like they do in Alaska.
exactly. So it's kind of it's more geared towards that type of aircraft anywhere.
That's
the
cool.
tail wheel.
That shit's crazy, dude. Do you want to learn to fly?
Hell no. I'm terrified of heights.
You know,
It's different height though.
it is.
It's
It's a different sensation for sure.
it's weird. In a helicopter it is, but
It's not like being on a ladder or a piece of scaffolding.
there's
or
nothing
something like
around
that.
you. It's fucking you don't feel height.
Exactly. You know, you wouldn't. I mean,
But you're going
and you know, it's all relative. I think you get used to just about anything.
Sure.
You know,
He's just gonna stay used to that then. He says, no, I'm not flying.
and that's it's not some people.
Do you ever have the dreams, bro? Like you're flying with your arms? God damn it. Tell me you have those dreams.
Do you have those?
Yes.
dreams? You do?
Dreaming that I'm flapping and flying.
Like a bird?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I wonder if that was the thing, being a pilot. That's all. Apparently
be.
it's not.
Or being a bird?
Maybe I need to fly. Maybe that's what that's saying.
Maybe.
Dude, that could be it. Okay, save up some money. What do I need? About 50 thou?
For a private pilot's license?
Yeah.
Oh no. No, not at all. No, you could. And people always ask me, how much does it cost? And again, it's really just based around you, you know.
Yeah.
Some people, they'll do it. The 40 hours is the minimum for a private. You have to have 20 hours of dual instruction, and you're going to need 20 hours of solo time. But if you did it at that rate, you'd be $8,500.
Holy hell, dude.
And that's, you know, there's a lot of other
Sure.
expenses that come with it. Like you got to have a headset, you know,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to put an iPad on your lap. You're going to have to, you know, buy the ground school. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
It's doable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely doable.
And they're looking. They need people, or do they not need people right now?
Who?
Just the aviation world. Is it a
So, you know,
Right.
there's a lot of private pilots out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people I encounter that fly for work. There's a guy that's, I think he's a real estate agent. Pretty sure he's a real estate agent. And he does a lot of stuff in Nevada, California. He has his own airplane, and he's like, to hell with, I'm not driving. You know, why would I drive
cool, bro?
when I have an airplane?
Pretty dope.
So they're able to utilize that.
Yeah.
In that sense, but
Someday.
So do you need a license to travel state to state?
Nope.
Or like that guy, that one license he has, he's good to go anywhere in the country?
yep, yeah, anywhere in the continental United States and Alaska, it's anywhere under the. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. You could fly to Mexico or anywhere the aircraft would take you. I mean, obviously, there's customs issues there. You know, you're gonna want to.
Long as you can stay in contact with, because you have to set up like a flight plan, right? So people have to know where you're going. You can't.
You
just
don't have to.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
No,
Okay.
no, you don't have to.
Gotcha.
But I mean, you'd be smart to. You know what I'm saying? But no, the people fly unplanned, unfiled all the time. If you're gonna
stay under a height probably or something.
if you're gonna fly outside of the country, the one thing you do need is a radio operator's permit. And you can go on. Anybody can go online and actually get a radio operator's permit.
So you can say all the alpha stuff.
Well, you do that as a pilot, anyways. I think it actually has more to do with, maybe accents, or because I think even in Mexico, like their air traffic controllers will speak English. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's as far as I know, that's just the only thing above and beyond your pilot certificate you would need to travel outside of the country would be a radio operator's permit.
And be able to pay for the fuel.
That's the big one, right?
Ooh.
Fuel is expensive, I'm sure.
But most of the people that are flying, like, to their vacation home in Mexico, you know, they've got
Fuckers.
$500,000 airplane or even $1 million airplane. That's
10,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
nothing to them
yeah.
for fuel.
that's the least of their worries.
Yeah.
What's the furthest you've ever flown?
I flew to Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh no, that's not true. I ferried a Beechcraft with the guy. He bought this airplane in Kokomo, Indiana, it's just north of Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
And we took a jet. We flew a Delta out there. This was in June of this year. And he bought the airplane sight unseen from a broker there. And he's a student pilot as well. He doesn't even have a pilot's license yet, but he has an airplane. And he needed a
He's like, dude,
a
fly this.
commercial pilot to ferry it back for him. So yeah, I flew from just south of Chicago back to here.
How is that? Can you do it in how many stops?
No. So we stopped in York, Nebraska. So we made it from
So 2 maybe.
yeah, we were about 2 stops. So.
Yeah, dude. See, that's way different than helicopter stuff. Because they'll fly them job to job too, and sometimes they got to be. Airports are a problem. Like they got to have a fuel guy
Sure.
in a
Yeah.
truck to follow them.
But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, that was another one of those gigs that I just picked up. The guy said, "Hey, you want to ferry this aircraft?" I said, "Shit, yeah, I do."
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I'm still scared of it though.
What about the plane jumpers? Have you ever done that? Like the
Oh no,
what they're called?
you know
What
that
the fire
the
stuff?
firefighters.
No, not them. Like the extreme sports guys. They jump out of the what they call parachute, not parachuters.
Skydivers.
Skydivers, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Can you skydive us?
So I would probably, if you guys were interested in skydiving, there's a bunch of, they do it right here in Ogden,
Oh yeah,
and they actually do it out in Twilla too.
it's a totally different gig, huh?
Yeah, but it's still the same thing. You know, if you had a commercial pilot's license and you were checked out in the aircraft that they're doing it in, you could.
Is it like a certain speed they have? Do you know that? What?
So there's VFR speed limits that we have to abide by, but other than that, I always heard that they race. Yeah, like so the guys jump out of the airplane and then the pilots will race down to see who can get to the ground fast. They'll have it set up, you know, obviously
Fuck that, bro.
yeah, they will barnstorm right out of the air straight down.
Like a
almost.
bullet.
Yeah.
How fucking you couldn't breathe? That's dude. I would love to see that.
You know, there's
That's crazy.
There's going to be the airplane will obviously descend a lot faster than the skydiver would, but he's got to make a series of turns too. So where the skydiver can just jump out of the airplane, point himself right for the ground, and
see that would have been perfect right there.
you can go out to like I said, you can watch them out in Twilla.
That's cool.
When I have students that are going to, like, they do their first solo flight, we'll fly out there from Bountiful, and I'll get out of the airplane because it's a nice big runway. It's out in the middle of nowhere. You know, if shit goes haywire, there's plenty of places to land the airplane.
Yeah.
So that's usually where the first solo happens. But there's also skydiving activity out there. And the last time I was out there, they were jumping, and I was just standing on the side of the runway, and I knew, you know, they announce on their weather information system that they're doing it, and I heard, I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And I look up, and there's a dude right above me, pointed right down at me. I mean, he was horizontal, so his parachute was like this, and he's like this, and just screaming at the ground. I could hear the air coming off of him, and he was at least 300 or 400 feet above me.
I've heard ducks do that. It makes a really weird noise.
Yeah.
Did he
Pulled out like 10 feet off the
Oh,
ground.
so he did it on purpose.
Oh, yeah. He knew
Jesus.
exactly what he was doing. Yeah.
Dude, that shit's scary, bro.
Have
you ever skydived?
No, I haven't. But I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those things, though, too, right? Because, you know, once you do it once, you're going to be like,
You want more?
and then you're going to be like, I got to buy a parachute. And then,
And a squirrel suit.
exactly.
I'd be a base
shit,
jumper.
right? Yeah.
I'd have to base jump.
Those wingsuits are pretty wicked. And those,
dudes are fucking insane.
yeah.
They'll fly for like miles. That shit's weird.
Ground effect.
What is that? What do you mean?
Well, have you ever noticed how when they're in those things, they're like maybe 10, 12 feet over the surface of the ground? So if they're coming down a mountain, they're not like super high.
Okay.
They use this phenomena called ground effect, where if you're making lift, if you have an airfoil and you're making lift, you're using this, it's called wingtip vortices, or like a wake turbulence.
Got you.
It's a byproduct of lift, and you get this cushion, you get a performance increase the closer you get to that airfoil gets to the ground. So they can actually pick up a little speed, and they kind of flip there almost. You know what I mean?
Who's the first guy that tried it, though?
I don't know.
Fuck, dude, I got an idea.
Well, just doing
Let's
it.
jump off this rock. Like, we had to figure that out.
Well, where it gets,
Oh, my God.
Where it gets stupid to me is when it's like some dead tree split like this, and there's a balloon sticking up between it, a foot off the ground, and the idea is to pop the balloon, right? That's just, to me, is, I don't know.
They do that shit?
Oh, yeah.
And like 80 miles an hour?
And they're going faster than that. I think they're pushing at least 100 miles an hour in there, and they eat shit all the time.
Bro.
And they come back for more.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know.
I started off just flying. Now look at me.
But I guess it's really big in Norway, in the
Off
fjords,
the cliffs.
that like glaciers and shit. They like flock there, like flies to shit, because it's supposed to be the place to take your wingsuit.
So I bet that's the gnarliest rush you ever feel in your life.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, like I said, 10 feet off the ground isn't that high, and they get even lower than that. I mean,
One wrong little. Have you ever done the iFly wind tunnel thing? Is it iFly? Where
Yeah.
you float, where you
I
you
never
ever
did
done
it.
that,
you
dude?
got you and the
You're-
kids did
That
it.
shit was weird. The big fan thing. This one just slight hand movement, just a slight something dumb. You flip, man. It's weird.
So what if you get a cramp, right?
Yeah, you're like,
What if you're hauling ass down this
Fucking ass.
mountain and your leg cramps up and you?
my buddy's done it. He's like, it's insane, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to do things.
Yeah, he sent
Yeah,
us a video.
Very
Oh.
slight moves, and you'll start fucking tumbling. I don't know, man. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird age. Have you seen the wingsuits? The like they're hard wings. They have
No.
little model jet engines underneath them.
Oh dear God.
You haven't seen this?
No.
So they're built out of carbon fiber, and it looks just like a regular airplane wing, and it's on a backpack. You haven't seen this?
See, we need them fucking YouTube thing.
And then
I want to see that.
they have jet engines on the bottom of these things,
We need-
and a helicopter takes him up, and this dude jumps out of it, and it's always in Dubai. All of this shit happens in Dubai.
Because everything's legal or what?
Just because there's a lot of money there,
Oh.
right? And you know, there's probably very little restrictions and
Yeah.
administrative agencies there that are, you know, watching what you're doing. But yeah, dude jumps out of a helicopter and is flying around Dubai through buildings and shit.
Like, how far can he go?
I'll bet he could fly for a good 30 or 45 minutes anyways.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like a jet, little mini
They're
airplane.
model jet engines. I mean, they're this big around and maybe this long.
That's cool. I need one of those. See, we don't need a helicopter. We'll just all have those. So you need a
Yeah.
jetpack to get up, and then you got to be propelled, huh?
If you've got one, you might as well just stick with the helicopter.
Or buy an airplane.
Telling you, it's not that out of reach. I mean, people would be surprised that you can.
Seems to be, though. That's one of them things. That's one of them, to me.
Perception is reality, right?
It is. What? Yeah, totally. I'm super into all that stuff. Apparently, you found it, man. You did your thing. I think it's cool.
Yeah, you know. I try anyways, you know.
That's super cool.
Are aviators a pilot must?
You're
No,
right.
so not necessarily. The reason most guys wear them and gals is because of the headsets. The wire's a lot easier. It doesn't.
Thick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's not like a big chunk of plastic sitting in there
Yeah.
screwing up your noise reduction.
It's totally a pilot thing, though. Gangster as fuck looking at them.
Yeah, you know, I mean the Ray-Bans or whatever. That's kind of it's kind of standard kit for
Hell yeah.
most pilots.
Top Gun style.
And you'd be surprised how many how hard it is on your eyes. The higher you get, the closer you get out of the smog and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad for your eyes. I mean,
Right.
I've heard of a lot of pilots getting skin cancer.
Really?
Yeah, it's a real deal
Oh,
for
shit.
pilots. Yeah.
When you're in the window.
Well, you got to figure if you're in an airline, you're at 40, 50,000 feet. You're a lot closer to.
You're closer to it. Why don't they tin them? Then I guess you get down, then you can't see, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why that
Dude,
is.
how big of a deal is vision to land? With you, it's everything, but can them big old planes land by themselves-ish? I mean,
Yeah, they can get pretty close. I mean, most of them are pretty automated,
yeah.
the airliners. But there's definitely a whole assortment of instruments and navigation equipment on board the aircraft that, yeah, they'll take them right down to the runway.
But like something that you fly to, will it?
No,
gotta-
all the autopilot aircraft I've ever flown, they will fly an approach, like an instrument approach to a runway down to maybe the minimum decision altitude on the approach.
Then you got to take
procedure.
over it.
Yeah, then you would or even at the final approach fix, I would think.
It's crazy.
It just depends on the equipment you have,
Sure.
and especially as time goes on, things get so like all the new generation aircraft out right now, like Cirrus makes one, I think Mooney makes one. They have what they called, I think it's called Autoland. And what it does is it's there in case whoever's commanding the aircraft takes a shit,
Takes a nap.
right, or strokes out or has a heart attack or whatever.
Siri, land my airplane.
Pretty much. Basically what it does, it's just it's kind of a tutorial on here's how you can walk away from this.
Dude, it's AI, bro. It's going to run
It's-
the world.
you know,
Humans
and
ain't needed no more.
that's like next generations. You know what I mean? That's
weird,
pretty advanced. Those are really high dollar aircraft. But
Yeah.
I would like to think that if anybody I had in the airplane, I don't know, that's just kind of like poke
Dude,
me with a
that's a
stick.
thing. That's a thing. You're dude, you lose it, you're out. You're a goddamn missile, man.
Yeah, pretty much. There was that, I think his name was, he was a golfer. This is like 10, maybe 15 years ago. I think it was Payne Stewart. Was in his own private jet. You ever hear about this?
No.
He was like over South Dakota, and they think what happened was the aircraft's cabin pressurization system was messed up, and so basically he got hypoxic, passed out, and autopilot was on, was just cruising, and they had all these different air traffic controllers, center controllers following him, you know, trying to get a hold of him. Hey, what's going on? You know, are you still alive? They finally scrambled 2 F-16s, and these fighter jets pull up next to him, and they could see whoever was commanding the aircraft. Yeah, it was head over, and I don't know what happened to it from there. But
How'd they get that fucker? What do you do there? Throw a rope around it?
No, I think he just ended up plowing into the ground, or they downed it.
So yeah, that might be some. I don't know though. There's something about danger and having people qualified to do that. It's pretty cool, and know that there's no safety net, man. You got to rely on you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
there's 2 sides to it. Then the people won't die if that stuff's in there.
When stuff goes wrong, it's like everything you got planned goes right out the window, and
yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's where humans are so crucial, man. That's the people you need
for sure.
I think that shit's cool. We have a lot of that in our stuff too.
I mean, I don't know. If you fly airplanes long enough, something's going to happen.
Yeah, you stir the fire, you're going to get burnt.
It's bound to happen. Whether, and not necessarily like wrecking the airplane, but something's going to happen.
That's why I was asking. You never had some crazy shit?
No, I've been pretty fortunate. And like I said, my whole goal is just keep things uneventful.
Sure. Right? Please.
We just want everything nice and uneventful and accounted for and planned for. And that's, if we can finish the day out and go, all right. Nothing was.
I know out there,
no surprises.
Geese are a problem like crazy.
Oh man, they're so bad. Which way's west?
This way.
Yes, west. The pelicans.
Oh, fucking pelicans.
Those things are massive, and they will cruise around right at the same altitude we're flying at, but we'll convey that to other traffic in the air. We'll let them know, hey, there's a bunch of pelicans
on the radio. Like, yo, watch out there, mile marker.
Absolutely, we will disposition this altitude. We'll advise Salt Lake's air traffic control of them.
And then bastards will go 10,000 feet up.
Well, they go where they want to, and they're not necessarily as
they can get up there.
Oh, yeah. They'll get way up there. The other...
they just circle.
I've had... I shouldn't say... I've had a close call in Tooele. We had a guy... I was out there with my favorite student. I shouldn't say my favorite student, but my motivated student, Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 4 other aircraft, and we were just flying around in the traffic pattern, big rectangle, right? And we're all flying north, the 35 runway. And there was a guy coming in from Antelope Island, and he said he was on a practice ILS approach for the opposite runway, so landing south. And he, usually when they practice that, they'll just go mist a mile out and then join the traffic pattern and land the right runway. This guy we take off the runway, and I'm sitting in the right seat, and I heard him call. He said he was about 4 miles north and on the practice ILS, and we're about 500 feet off the ground upwind. We had just taken off. And Jeremiah goes, is that a bird? And I'm like, what? I didn't see it, I'm like, what are you talking about? And he goes, is that a bird in front of us? And then the guy coming at us turned the landing light on.
Oh my God, bro.
And I'm going, what the hell is that? And technically 500 feet should be reported to the Flight Standards District Office. And that guy was
within
close. Yeah, if you get within 500 feet of another aircraft. And
he was landing and
he was not paying attention. So I got on his ass on the radio. I was like, hey, we are upwind 35, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was screwing around with the equipment. And I'm going, all right, we are out of here.
So head on here.
We fly back to Bountiful, and we land the airplane, and about 15 minutes later, the same dude lands in Bountiful, and hangar's just right across the runway. I was half minded to walk over there and just be like,
So
you really got to watch what you're doing, man.
let me see your license there, mister.
But it just goes to show, you know, shit happens. All
Yeah,
the
it
time.
can.
You
They
do it
can.
long enough, but
You gotta stay. So that vision seeing is a lot to that. Then the dark changes everything. Landing and all that's just
So night's a whole nother ball of wax. Right?
Totally.
So, but you know, we train for it. We do.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a pilot, I always tell everybody, you got to be a little bit of everything. You kind of have to be a little bit of a weatherman, right? You got to know some basic meteorology. You have to be a little bit of a lawyer in the sense that you got to know the regulations that you have to follow, right? There's certain things you can and can't do.
Yep.
You have to be a little bit of an engineer. You have to know the systems on the aircraft. You have to know how the aircraft works. And finally, you need to be able to operate the aircraft. So,
And you missed one.
it's kind of a mixed bag. What's that?
Crazy as fuck.
No, it's not great.
This is the
It's
start.
pretty.
This is
It's
the
pretty
first one.
sane. It's actually really.
You could
pretty
break
sane.
it down into like all the however many C's and crazies in there.
So this dude I fly with, his name's Dan, and Dan's got this super rocket airplane. This airplane is like flying a fighter jet, right? It's 300 horsepower. It's only 2 seats in it. You like wear this airplane. I get in it, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's tight and it's fast. It's so fast. And Dan's reputation around the airport is like, dude, it's like, you know, he's a really super dude. And he's become one of my really good friends, right? So, but he's known kind of like the cowboy around the airport, like dangerous, right? The airport manager's always chewing his ass for flying down the runway at 200 miles an hour. And literally, like, airport manager coming to his hangar telling him, I'm done reminding you about this. You cannot do this shit here, right?
Yeah.
Literally told him the other day, you're going to have to move that airplane somewhere else because you can't fly that thing. Which you can't make him do, but, you know, it's not good if that's the case, right? So
Yeah, you start to get a reputation.
So he's like, I just need to be a better pilot. So I've been flying with him, right? And that dude, in that airplane, when the closing speed's like double, and he needs a little brushing up, you know, he needs some polishing, but there's been some times with him where I was like, holy shit, do you see that? You see that airplane? Yeah, I got him.
Yeah.
What are we doing? You know, where are you going?
That's a weird thing to teach, man.
It's a lot of fun though.
But you can take over at any time, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's just man. That's cool. I don't know a whole lot about it. I just think it's neat.
It's fun. Like I said, everybody should try it once at least.
Yeah, I think we'll just buy one and just go. Let's just do it. We'll start with a squirrel suit first.
Squirrel suit. No.
How long we been?
Prove it.
An hour and 38 minutes.
Damn, we smoked it. You got any other crazy shit you want to talk about? What do you want to do? What's your end thing? What's your life end goal?
I don't know. To be honest with you, right now I'm just kind of like
You don't have an idea of like
waiting
what
for
you're doing.
2020 to be over. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, this is just
Like when I grow up, I want to be
I want to make it to 2021.
fucking perfect. I think that should be on everybody's list.
You know what I mean?
Let's
It's
just stop
like-
wearing a mask and get healthy again. I don't even. Yeah.
I don't know. I just want the world to go back to normal. I just want all this shit to be over with.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming. It's got to be. Change.
Yeah, okay. Right now, it just feels like it just can't go on for much longer. And right when I say that, it's just
Everybody's crazy, man. People's rewiring people. It's weird.
that is a fact.
I'm not into it. I'm going to stick with this.
Yeah. Well, hopefully 2021 will be COVID free.
It will be.
I don't know. Or they'll find something
It's a
else to
ghost.
come up with.
It's all a ghost. Santa Claus.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm
this.
kidding. I'm kidding. Don't get mad at me. It's fine.
Do you know anybody that's had the coronavirus?
Yeah, I know a couple people that got it that had zero symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son's best friend sitting right next to him in the car. They went
They
and
got
got tested.
together.
Dude, I don't believe in any of this shit. I'm sorry.
I don't
but
either.
yeah,
No, I'm with you 100%.
The kid didn't. He tested positive. His friend tested positive, and Kay did not. And they were pretty much with each other 24 hours a day from the start to the end. And it's a whole story.
Doesn't make much sense.
He never even had a sniffle. But
Yeah.
he tested positive. I'm like, man, come on, guys.
Then he went in quarantine for 2 weeks with no symptoms.
I'm not pro anything crazy, dramatic one way or another. I don't know anything about anything. I just stay out of everything, man. I'm not into any of this shit. I'm not into the rioting, all this
That's
stuff.
just crazy.
I don't do current events. I stay out of all that shit, man. We did that other podcast with the cops, and they were asking about all the current stuff, and I don't know any of it. I don't know current events. I haven't turned the news on in I don't know how many years. I don't watch it.
Well, and even then, I don't think you're really going to get a whole lot from any news source.
We
I
keep
think
it
it's
off.
all pretty
I would
much
just like to
fucked.
live and their sun's up. Let's do stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad all the smoke cleared out of here. I don't know if you guys had a lot of smoke up here, but
Yep.
holy shit, that should have been the bigger concern with everybody than
Dude, that shit's got to be
that
absolutely.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
air quality, yeah.
Can you do that? So have you done the fire drop retardant thing? Is that a whole
No,
other
but
thing?
that'd be cool. I think that would be the coolest job. Those guys get low. And,
They do some tricky shit, dude.
oh yeah,
You got to be a certain height and all that to the fire.
Yep.
Shit's not. I know they do a lot of the helicopters too. So
yeah. No, it's all over
I
the
think they
place.
dump a lot of water too. But go dip in the reservoir and shit. It's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty smoky. It was still smoky up in Oregon when we went.
There's a big one going in Idaho right now.
Fuck, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that shit they dump on it? What do you know what it is?
I don't know.
It's red.
That red stuff. Yeah.
And it fucking puts it out. I don't know what it is, but have you ever been in like lightning and rain shit? Is that
Yeah, I've flown through
creepy?
some rain, but lightning we avoid like the coronavirus.
It's scary, huh?
Yeah, thunderstorms are, and that shit
Has
pops up
lightning
on you too.
Ever hit an airplane?
Sure.
What does it do? What does it do to it?
Nothing.
I didn't think so.
No.
Why avoid it so heavily? Just I get it, but
Well, just in light aircraft in general. In any aircraft,
holes
no one wants to be struck by lightning.
unknown. Yeah,
But just especially in a general aviation airplane,
all the fuel
The-
and shit.
a thunderstorm can wreak havoc on. You got to figure some of the downdrafts are
See,
in a microburst of 6,000 feet per minute. There's very few aircraft that could climb at 6,000 feet per minute. So if you've got downdrafts pushing you down that fast, you're along for the ride at
you're
that
like in a
point.
vacuum.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you just go where the wind
See, that's
blows.
what's weird to me. We entered. You've seen us do on the helicopter thing, live line bear. We energized the helicopter at
Yeah.
whatever kV.
I've seen that where they
So the burn on a wire thing. I just wondered, how it works with
with the airplanes.
lightning.
So
and-
they
because we energize them, it doesn't do anything to the helicopter.
all have they call them static wicks. You'll see these little antenna looking things coming off the control surfaces, and I guess it just statically dissipates whatever the lightning puts into the airplane.
Gotcha. That'd be fucking scary.
As long as it's not grounded, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'd be bird on a wire up
Yeah.
there too. If it didn't,
Yeah.
I don't know if it blows stuff up. I really don't think that's a thing. But we seen it hit one day over just right here in Syracuse, about from here to that wall from me.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy.
never did tell that story. Holy fuck! Have you ever had lightning hit right by you before?
It's
Dude.
like dynamite.
That was the
man.
gnarliest thing. I've been around Canapac, lots of explosive. We do a lot of exploding on our line stuff too. That's how we blow our dead end bodies. So I was certified and all that at one point. Anyway, I've never heard anything like that. It was fucking insane. We were, I don't know, 50 feet. You weren't with me, were you?
No, I was. We were in Josh's garage.
We're standing there just chilling, looking out over this. Look at this rain. And dude, right, alfalfa field in the middle of nowhere. Just it's unbelievable. I couldn't even explain it. There's no
You
words.
feel
for
it, right? You feel it right
Holy
there. Yeah.
shit. And we both we all was like, what in the fuck? Dude, if that hit you, I don't know. It was weird.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
It'll
I,
ruin
like
your
a
day.
dumbass, had to go run out and look at it. You see it smoking. I remember saying, lightning don't hit in the same spot twice, right? I just took off running. I had to see it. There's nothing there.
I knew a dude that got struck by lightning
You did?
when I was living in Colorado at the time, and this cat, his name was Brian. Him and his old lady were fishing on the Colorado River, right? And he said they saw a storm roll in, and a few hours later they wake up on the bank of a river. Him and his wife, and he thought he got attacked by a bear
Oh, dude.
because it blew his heel off, and he thought a bear had attacked him.
Oh, wow.
Turned out, dude got straight tapped by lightning.
You can't even measure the volt. Who knows how much voltage it
went
is?
right out his foot.
Oh.
We're in a tree. We lived in a cul-de-sac when I was younger, and I remember the neighbor's tree got struck by lightning. It was a big old willow tree, and it split right down the middle. Big willow tree.
That shit's insane and
Yeah.
unpredictable as hell.
Absolutely. Did you guys get a bunch of wind?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we didn't have any
Farmington.
damage, though.
Farmington
Here.
got slammed with it, but
It was bad down there.
Weather.
you're a weatherman. You said you had to be part of weatherman.
Weather. We had I think Channel 2 News put it out that morning. So I was in the backyard tying trampolines to the ground and shit. And
Oh yeah,
I told my sister, I'm like, you need to tie that trampoline down. It's going to get shitty. And she's like, okay. I'm like, next day, she's like posting pictures of this mangled trampoline in her yard. And I'm like, see what happens.
tie your stuff down, people. That's
We've never had our tramp fly away, though. I don't know. The wind must not hit our
We're in a
area.
weird spot, right? I think it's the Hillfield thing, dude. The way that sits, I don't know.
I
There's
don't
something
know.
weird here. Like it cruises over us or something. Them airplanes cruise over us, right over
Yeah.
us, going that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
loud.
they're
That shit is them, whatever they are
Oh, yeah,
now,
the
34.
F-35s,
Fuck
yeah.
that, dude. They are 4 times louder than the old stuff.
Yep. One big giant turbofan. And
Oh,
those
dude.
things rock.
They're brutal.
Yeah.
Could you hop in and fly one of those?
No.
That's a totally different scenario.
Could I like fly the airplane? Probably,
Totally
but
could.
I
Everything's
mean,
so different though. All the cert, everything's just different.
yeah, those guys are like, to get one of those, you gotta. I mean, it's like from birth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be your one and only. You know what I'm saying? And they don't just let anybody climb into one of those things for sure.
My mom was the PSC on the base up here.
Oh, yeah?
And we dealt with a lot of those guys. The one guy, he now works for SkyWest. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
He used to fly those things around. Crazy, man. Them dudes are nuts.
Yeah.
Flying period's nuts.
Those things. I mean, that's a whole different ball of wax right there.
They're going fast, bro.
Oh yeah.
Everything gets weirder at high speed.
Everything happens just like that,
I
right?
went 162 miles an hour in a car the other day, and wow.
I didn't go.
I'll
I
tell you the
was like,
story
I'm
off
gonna
air because
stay.
I don't want to incriminate the man, but I've never been in anything like that vehicle. When he went just over here, 193, and yeah, he did 162, bro. I never felt anything like that in my life. It was fucking gnarly. Slowing down was the gnarliest, to go to your point. As soon as we started slowing down, that car. Have you ever been 162 miles an hour in a vehicle?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I have.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna stay. You guys have fun.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you the story because I don't want to get the guy. It's gnarly. That was fucking insane. In a Shelby Mustang. That fucking thing's dope. One of my clients, tattoo clients. That was fucking scary slowing down. It did it, but slowing down was the hard part, man.
Huh.
So that's there. You got to know all that in flying too.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Too hot, you're like,
Yeah.
we slowed down. That car was going ape shit. I was like, oh, going's fine. Slowing down is hard. Oh, fuck. You got anything else you want to talk about, bro? You good?
Anything else you want to know? I don't know.
God, I want to know everything. Bank account? No.
There's nothing in there.
Hear that. I'm selling myself. We're everywhere. We're trying to be.
That's the third F.
That's the third?
That's the third F.
That was
The 3 F's, man. You already forgot.
Yeah.
what? Nah. What
You're
is?
the third F.
What is the? What are they?
Floats, flies, or fucks.
God damn it! See, that's why I have my pen.
Yeah.
Write it down. I should have wrote that
Selling
down.
your ass.
I don't even know what mold I.
The
fit into.
rental.
I am a rental. Pretty sure of it,
Okay. Get in where you fit in, right?
dude.
That's what I say.
That's what we're doing. Where did you? Do you want to plug your shit one more time? Your place?
Yeah. So the club that I instruct for is Ascend Aviation in Woods Cross at the Bountiful Sky Park. Instagram's Ascend Aviation Utah. Facebook is the same. And yeah, if anybody's interested in flying in an airplane, learning to fly, whatever, hit us up. We
That's
can
cool.
Take care of it.
I hope you see something out of that. That's cool.
Yeah. No, it's a lot
If
of
you
fun.
don't, me and Drake are just gonna go. We'll be there.
I don't know if you
No
can
worries.
get Dre to go, but
No,
I'm
I
sure
know.
you'll go.
Absolutely, anytime.
Okay, man. Well, thanks for coming on and helping us out. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Your story's cool, man.
Yeah, I don't know how cool it is, but
That's great. I like talking to everybody. This is so cool to get
yeah,
everybody. I think it's neat to bring
Yeah.
in all shit that
for sure, I do too.
some people don't know anything about. I don't know anything about. I love it.
Maybe Guy will be like woke up by now.
Did you go to sleep?
I don't know. He was tired earlier.
Well, that's good.
But I don't know. Landon's got him.
Yeah, I thought he would have hung out with us. With you.
Landon's hanging out with him until we get
He's
done.
here for the night.
Yeah. So
Wish us luck. No such thing as luck. It's all skill.
Right?
Right. We're good.
yeah.
Ryan Raleigh Trucking. Thank you, Ryan Raleigh. Once again, he hit a fucking. Speaking of quick story,
Oh yeah.
he hit
This
a
video.
fucking. Did you see that video? Oh, bro, I'll show you. Do you have it? We'll show it to you. He hit.
I'll have to find it.
I think it was a herring, but I think he said it was a swan in his semi. Our sponsor. You got to see this video. He has a dash cam. Do you guys have cams in your planes?
Yeah, I do. I fly with the GoPro.
So like a
Yeah.
same idea.
So it's just we just mount them inside of the aircraft.
Okay.
And you get the in-flight cable recorder, so it'll record all the comms, all the intercom. It basically just plugs into the intercom in the airplane.
Gotcha. Well, he had that, bro. Watching his semi as he's driving, and it just films while you drive. You need to see these videos. It's crazy. He hits a fucking, I think it's a blue herring, but they thought it was a swan, and it went right through
Is
his.
it this one?
Yeah, this is one of them. There's two of them.
I don't.
No, this is the wreck. That's the wreck.
Oh, that's the wreck.
So, but it catches everything like that, man. It's yeah.
Everything's recorded and everything's on.
But just seeing what that did to his semi truck, man. I can
Oh,
only
yeah.
imagine hitting with them in a fucking airplane.
Well, it happens. They'll come to. I always tell everybody. I just pray the prop gets it right, because
Right.
on a 2-blade prop, you got to figure that's maybe 4 inches of surface there, and they make it through. I don't know how, but it's just like
They
that
do?
thing's spinning 2,500 RPM. But yeah, I see the videos all the time, and they come right through the windscreen. I saw one dude, he got his nose broke by a duck or something, and then dude still landed the airplane. It's bro, sunglasses flying everywhere and duck flapping around in the cabin of this airplane.
Dude, I hunt them and like, so everybody hates
Yeah.
that. You shoot them and
Oh,
they
yeah.
fall and they've hit you. That hurts, bro.
Oh yeah, do you eat them?
It feels like a hammer hitting your ass.
Do you eat them?
Like karma.
Is
So
it
I
this
can,
one?
yeah, that is. Oh, this is it. I don't know if he wants us to show it, but yeah, Dre's gonna see this later. I don't know what. Look at that. Yeah, dude. So, anyway, Ryan Raleigh, quit hitting. Well, it flew into him.
Duck hunting's a lot of fun. That's
He's
a
a
good time.
badass driver. Oh yeah.
Oh, look. There's even a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that a herring?
That's not a swan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a herring. But yeah, dude, he clobbered that thing.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, there we go. It's in the vehicle. Yep. He's about to give him a fucking heart attack.
That's
Well, thanks for helping us
crazy.
out.
Yeah,
again.
man. No, thanks for having me.
So
Awesome.
Yeah,
and
it was
thanks,
good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you
So-
too.
thanks
Yeah,
for
it's nice to meet you too.
all of our listeners. Yeah, man, for real.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll just keep on going. We
For
need
sure,
Get
yeah.
some more tatties on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fix them, do them, whatever.
Yeah, I got a bunch of shit I need.
I didn't even go there. Damn it.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
do another
and-
episode someday.
Our one episode 2 coming out will, I think your wife will be like too. Our other brain injury, Jacob.
Mhm,
So-
mhm. That was a good one.
I've wanted to call and talk to her about him. So I think she should come up and meet him too.
Okay, yeah,
So-
she's totally game.
Yeah.
You guys just
Cool.
have to put up with our kids.
Just throw them in the yard with the dogs.
They're
With the
pretty
dogs.
they'll keep themselves busy.
There's a shed out there. It'll be fine. I didn't have a shed when I grew up. I had to figure it out. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks to everybody, all of our people that watch us, help us grow. You guys are awesome. Keep watching, subscribe, do all the stuff. You guys know what to do. Share. Let's get this thing rolling, man. Thanks, Ryan Raleigh Trucking, for being our sponsor. And we really appreciate him. So you guys go look up their stuff. He's a cool dude, man. We're gonna have him on one day. So thanks again, bro.
Definitely.
Thanks, sweetheart. Be good to everybody. Damn it. You guys be nice to each other. Loves,
Peace.
not drugs. Hugs, not drugs.